here. Tribluminescent. So today I want to talk about just kind of new things, trying new things in your business as far as like products, just new. We're coming on a new catalog. So that's kind of like the theme of tonight is new. So with the new catalog, obviously you guys have been able to, kind of flip through whether you have the physical catalog in your hand or you have just the virtual link. You've been able to see in some of the groups, some of the new stuff that's coming, new scents, new warmers, like the new buddies, lots of different new things, and even some just new scents in products that we already love. Like, there's 2 new laundry scents. There's a new body scent. I think there's actually 2 new body scents. But basically, like, as we're getting into this new catalog, like, this isn't just new things for our customers, which is obviously a huge thing for our business, is having new things to offer our customers. But the same thing for us, though. Like, I love getting new things. I love trying new things. And now is a good time to kind of step out of that comfort zone and try something new. And like, what I mean by that is maybe you're a person who really only uses the wax and the warmers, which, I mean, that's our staple. So who doesn't use the wax and the warmers, right? Maybe you haven't ventured off and tried the body stuff. Maybe you haven't, ventured off and tried the cleaning stuff. So with this new catalog, now is the time to find that product maybe that you've never tried before and try it. Find one on your favorite scent, try it, share it, boast about it, and maybe you'll find something that you love. And if you're loving something and you're sharing that, that's what's going to attract those customers. Like I tell you guys all the time, share real images, in your stories, you using products, stuff like that. So if you're a person that's only using and I'm going to keep going back to this kind of example, but obviously a lot of us use more than just that wax and warmers. But say you're a person that only uses those wax and warmers, and that's all you're posting on your story is wax and warmers, and you changing your wax and you cleaning your wax out and you cleaning your dishes and you changing your light bulbs, whatever, and all the things that it entails. Your customers aren't seeing all the other categories that we have. And just because it's something maybe you don't like doesn't mean that, your customers don't. But if you haven't tried it, you're not even going to know yet. When I first joined Scentsy, as a lot of people, I really just thought it was wax and warmers. I didn't know we had a laundry. I didn't know we had cleaning. Right before I joined, I had a party. You guys have heard my story and know that I had a party and it was really good. And that's what kind of hooked me on it. Because during that party is when I realized that they had so much more to offer. Again, though, with that party, I cashed out and I think I only got wax and warmers. I didn't get cleaning stuff. I didn't get laundry stuff. I didn't get body stuff because it was new to me. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not a big lotion wearer. I'm not a big perfume wearer. I smell what I use for body wash and my deodorant. I don't like that overpowering perfume. I'm a person, like, if you walk past me, you got a lot of perfume, I'm like, who's that old lady? Like, it doesn't matter how good it smells, like an abundance of perfume, like, it kind of bothers me. But I decided to, one time on a whim, start ordering some body stuff. And I still, to this day, don't really use the lotion as much. I'm not a person, I don't really get like dry skin, stuff like that. So I'm not a big lotion wearer because I just feel like, doesn't matter what kind of lotion, I just don't like I feel like I'm putting a layer on my skin. I know that sounds really weird. So like, that's not me. But do I, like, in the winter, every now and again, just because your skin does need that moisture, I do have that Scentsy lotion. So I don't even gonna put a number on it, say 10, 15 showers, I'll lotion up afterwards. So, and then I'll post it, but you guys won't see me post that a whole lot, but I still share it because I do have customers that are huge lotion people. So I like to share that so they know that we have it. But now dabbling more into that body, you guys, I'm like addicted to the bath soap now. Like, I don't think I've taken as many baths in my life. Like, I feel like I'm a kid again ever since I joined Scentsy, because I always want to take a bath because I love that bath soap. Like, with the sunflower oil and the aloe, it seriously just makes your skin, and I'm not even trying to sell this to you guys, it just, something about sitting in a tub full of our soak is just like so relaxing, and just, it's just this amazing, like, silky feeling, especially if you just shave your legs and you're hanging out in there. It's, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So then I started, I think actually the first body thing that I got was body wash. Cause I was like, okay, that's easy to replace, because I was always a person that I would just go to Walmart and open up. Okay, that one smells a little weird. Okay, this one's good. And I'd always kind of switch my brands. I never had like a body lotion or a body wash that I used. It was whatever I'd happen to get while I was at the store. It didn't bother me. And now even with Scentsy, the scent, like I'll switch my scents all the time, but obviously now I just use the Scentsy body wash. Just because when I started it, I was like, you know what, this is really good. And I feel like it suds a lot better than some of your other stuff. So it just kind of became a thing that I just tried so I could kind of promote the body. And then I ended up falling in love with it. Same thing with the cleaners. At first I was like skeptical. I'm like, we don't have like, there's no disinfectant technically in our cleaners and stuff like that. And I'm like, how are you going to clean without chemicals? Like, I don't know. I'm not that person. And I know some of us are like, try to avoid the chemicals. So many people nowadays are trying to be chemical free and get away from that. I'm not going to say I'm that person, because I mean, sometimes a good old bleach wash does the trick, and that's just how you got to do it. But I now use Scentsy cleaner as like my 99% go-to cleaner. And then when I actually go through and do like a deep clean or a sanitize, I'll do like a bleach water, or I'll even sometimes do like a bleach water and mix our all-purpose in it to kind of kill that bleach scent. And then if I'm still smelling it, I'll go over with like a counter clean just to kind of really mask that scent and bring that Scentsy fresh in. So trying these new products are gonna, they're gonna help you promote these products better. Get out of that realm of only posting a few things. Because if you're just sharing like, hey, you guys, we got a body line. Okay, that's great. They're going to see that and they're going to be like, okay, cool. But if you, again, are, showing how you're using it, posting it in your stories, if, I don't do it as much as I should. Like I said, I'm like addicted to baths. I should really, honestly, I try to, but I forget. Half the time I get in the tub and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't even record that or put it on my story or anything. But I like to, try to, if I remember, post me sprinkling my bath soak in there. You guys see I've got like the cute little jars. So when I fill them up, I try to go on my stories and show, you get these cute little glass containers. So you don't have this like bulky, weird looking bag. Show my customers this. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. You guys, I follow, you guys know I talk about her all the time. Johanna Luna, she just, in her bathroom, she put her bath soak, she gets these I think they're called apothecary jars, or like candy dishes, but it's kind of like got a wine stem, and then it like bubbles out, and then it's got like a weird little top thing. And she fills those with Scentsy soak, and it's so, so, so cute. Now me with my child, how she does it with 2 young boys, I have no idea. For granted, I think she's got her own bathroom than the boys, but with my daughter in one bathroom, those poor jars would be broken. So like I have just solid, just tubular ones that I got at, I think, Hobby Lobby. And I fill them up. And you don't even have to go like that bougie. You can seriously go scour Goodwill. Like the glass section at Goodwill is phenomenal. Or even just any thrift store. Honestly, if you have a better thrift store around you, I would definitely steer from that rather than Goodwill, because just Goodwill, I sometimes outrageously priced.
Mason jars from the dollar store.
Yep, mason jars. And the mason jars is in so much decor now. Like mason jars are cute. Like you can, even down to like your hand soap, you can buy like the adapters on Amazon to put on top of a mason jar and make it a pump. Like mason jars are just a cute thing. It's really rustic, it's farmhousey, and if that's like your motif, like go for it. I mean, so many simple things. But yeah, the dollar store, it doesn't even have to be glass, it can be like a plastic container, whatever. Either which way, getting a little sidetracked on there. But the point is, you're promoting multiple products and you're promoting them as you are using them. That's what's going to sell it. Yes, I can post a cute image of something, but it does not draw as much attention unless it's me using it, me showing it, like something with them seeing you actually utilizing this. Then they're like, well, hey, that looks pretty nice. Whereas if you just post that image up, even if it is a beautiful real life image, it could be your own image. But if they don't know that, I don't know what it is. It's just like it doesn't click, it doesn't relate. So sharing you using it. So like I said, new catalog, this is a time to try new things, or maybe even if it's something like, you never really stray outside of your traditional 6-pack. You only use 6 cents. Like those are your things. Those are your go-to. I don't know how you could live your life, but to each your own. But then dabble outside of your comfort zone, like, and see what you like, especially like with the wax. That's a cool thing because if you don't like it, you can just sample the bar out instead of feeling like you wasted a bar. Now all of a sudden you have a sample, because I promise you there's 100 people out there that don't like a scent that you like. You guys would be surprised. I think I have sold 4, and if you guys have smelled it, you understand my struggle. 4, which I thought I was going to sell 0, casting spells out of the Bring Back My Bar. Oh, I wanted to Ralph when I'm sorry, Daisy, did you like it? I hate it. How it got voted back, I don't know. I hated it. It was, see, okay, now that's what I'm saying is, so anything that you don't like, there's 100 people out there that like it. Even if you're like thinking like I just did, like totally absurd. I was like, I'm not going to sell any one of these. How the heck did this get voted back? Who did this? They need to get fired. Like, so, but yeah, I had 4 people that bought it, and from my sample, so they knew what it smelled like. They weren't just buying it on a whim because it sounded cool or the description sounded good. They smelled it and liked it. And a couple of them, I was like, wait, you really like that? And they're like, it's amazing. And I'm like, you got a weird nose, but that's why Scentsy makes so much variety, is because our noses aren't all the same. We have such a variety, you know what I mean? You guys know I hate bakery. Don't get me wrong, there's some bakeries I can handle and I do like. Do I warm them often, even if I like them? No, not so much. Usually it's like around that Christmas time, I'll start dabbling with a few bakery scents in my kitchen, but that's about it. Come spring, summer, it's fruit, it's clean, it's fresh, it's, citrus all the way. Like, that's just, I love it, I love it, I love it. But trying these new things, trying new scents, trying new products, that is what's going to help you be a better consultant, because you're going to be able to have that experience to share. Because now if you're posting an image of the cleaning line, but you've never bought a cleaning product before, now your customer goes, that sounds really good. How well does it work? What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Because even if you sit there and be like, oh, it's amazing, da, 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 sometimes they can read through that. Not everybody, someone will be like, all right, I'll take your word for it, I'll order it. But some people can read through that and be like, do you use it? Or, I've never seen you like put it on your story or anything like that or whatever. Now they're like totally call you out like that. But seeing you habitually do something is going to help you promote that. You guys, I've been slacking a little bit on it, but for the longest time, almost daily, I was posting me spraying my house with Scentsy Fresh. And even if I didn't post anything else on my stories that day, you saw me spray my bed, my couch, the dog bed with Scentsy Fresh. To this day, even though I've kind of stepped back from posting that as much, I think Scentsy Fresh is my biggest seller next to wax, hands down. And I barely sold any until I was like, I'm gonna start posting it. I'm gonna start posting it and I'm gonna post it every freaking day. I'm gonna share. Every time I use this bottle, every time I pick up this bottle, I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna put it on my stories. Or I think I made a couple of reels out of it. You can mix and match how you're doing things. But the point is you're using it and you're sharing that consistently. And then once, like I said, now I have so many people that are hooked on that Scentsy Fresh. I don't post it as much, so I focus on some other things. Like, think about, what is the thing that you sell the least?
I just bought brain fart, the concentrate, because I was just using the counter cleaner because I use it for almost everything, but I want to try the concentrate because like salt is coming inside the house and stuff. So that's something I'm going to start posting, that I'm mopping with it now daily.
Yep. And you probably saw my story a couple of days, or was it yesterday? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday I mopped with, I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. Holy Toledo. Yesterday I mopped with the all-purpose. I love it in there because you don't have to use a lot. Like I don't fill my mop bucket up a lot. Like I just try to do
That's my new product so far. I think the other one, I use Scentsy soap for my foot bath and stuff, but because I'm not like fruitsy tootsy girly, I don't do like all the lotions. I don't you do softener in the laundry. I just do soap in the washer whiffs. So I mean, there's like in between little things here and there, but I'm definitely trying to step out of my bubble to show other products.
And
I know when I travel, I always bring a perfume or an air can or the Scentsy Fresh. I like spray my car. I spray me. I spray when I'm traveling during the summer. I stay in a trailer with a bunch of guys, so I'm like constantly spraying. And when the other girls come over, they're like, "What is that?"
yeah.
I'm like, it's the good stuff.
So with the speaking of like spraying everything as you're everywhere, like when I was in the whole fresh kick, every day that I was posting it, we went camping that summer and I took my Scentsy Fresh, and also even on vacation every day I made our little blow up bed in the tent and I sprayed it down and I showed everybody, you know, I put that on my story, and you know my boyfriend's like,
Find a
we're
reason
on
to keep
vacation
it every day, something, just something little, and it helps.
Yep. It
Because then
really
just
really
feel like counter cleaner. I was like, all right, it's not really getting to my table. I actually turned around because I was like, I like the counter cleaner, but for me, it doesn't get deep enough. But I don't want to use bleach or something on the table because the smell makes me sick. So I
Yep.
actually just took the bathroom cleaner to the tables because I was like, it's so sticky, and
Yep.
it worked too. So I'm finding little tricks here and there that
I like
helped
the
me get a
bathroom.
couple sales of it.
I like the bathroom cleaner, and actually that's one that I don't really promote a whole lot. So I think that's going to be one of my new things, is to really show that. I just did also yesterday, I cleaned my tub. And I think my thing of why I don't share the bathroom cleaner is because, okay, that foaming action, that is good for like scum, hard water stains, like thick cookie stuff. And I'm that person that I'm like, I don't want to share this. This is gross. Like, I just want to clean it. Like, I don't want to, and I need to get that out of my comfort zone. And that's kind of what brings me into like the next thing about new things with this new catalog is not just trying new products, try new things in your business, like sharing things that you don't normally. So I'm going to try to step out of that comfort zone and really show the nasty parts of my house. That doesn't mean I'm a nasty person. Everybody gets that. So why are we in our head over this? Like,
Agreed.
you know,
I get behind in my housework and I have like 3-4 days worth of dishes piled up and it looks horrible. But
and
there's
it's
like,
real though, but it's real.
yeah,
But something inside us say, don't show that. It's gross, but it's not. It's real. My
I
house
only
looks
use our
like
dish
that.
soap, but I like never show it anymore. I showed it
Yep.
maybe once or twice on Instagram, and that's something that like I want to be able to share more. Is definitely that like I do use this stuff.
Right. No, exactly. So get out of
Goodness.
that fear of that comfort zone. Try new things in your business, you know, to show things that you normally wouldn't. Like, don't be afraid, because there's so many people out there that are thinking the same thing as you. You know, they're thinking like, oh my God, my dishes look nasty. Like, I had somebody message me from my story. She's like, oh my gosh, your house looks so clean. It looks so cozy. And I was like, and by the time she messaged me this, it was like a story from, this is like a week ago. It was like a story I had posted on this day, and like she had messaged me the next day. It hadn't been 24 hours yet. And I was like, girl, you think so? I sent her a video of my house and I was like, that was less than 24 hours ago. And here it is now. And she's like, okay. She goes, now your house looks like a house. She goes, before it was just, I was like, that's because I tidied it up. And then that, because I think I did a fresh spray as well. So usually when I do the fresh spray, like even before I spray it, whether I'm recording or not, I tidy up first and then I spray everything, because then everything's in its place. So that's when I like spray. So that's kind of like my final like cherry on the top of cleaning the house, is I spray everything with Scentsy Fresh. So of course, if I'm recording me spraying Scentsy Fresh, my house is tidy at that time, or ish. You know, so like I'm trying to get a break out of that and to show that real, that raw, that I am not Miss Perfect. I'm never claimed to be, but sometimes like social media, we get into our heads and we forget that it's real to be messy. It's real. Like, okay, my house doesn't look like you know, like some squatter lives in here. Like it's not that gross. So why am I so embarrassed to show my dishes? Why am I so embarrassed to show the little bit of scum on my tub? Like yesterday when I cleaned my tub, there was a ring because our drain, it's a stupid drain we rent, so I can't change it, and it gets clogged so easily. Me and my daughter, we have a lot of hair. We have thick hair. We shed a lot. That drain clogs to the point where, yeah, you understand the struggle. It's disgusting, like it's just hair in general, and it clogs this drain. So I'm constantly having to, I have this, yeah, see, but I have, not the twisty ones, but I know you can get those. I have just like the plastic with like the prongs, but it's the same thing. It's a drain snake, and I just plug it down in there and I pull it up and it comes with nasty hair. Mind you, I didn't do that on video. I pulled that out. But I told them, I said that on video, that happens. I have to snake it every now and again. And when I know I have to snake it is because my water doesn't go down as fast. And I get this nasty soap scum and like hair from shaving ring around my tub because it's draining so slow. And then it gets stuck and it's gross and it's nasty. And I showed that and I was like, but here, this foaming soap is amazing for this. And I sprayed it all and I scrubbed it all. I scrubbed some of the bad spots right there live, and then I stopped going live because it was really hard to record and scrub at the same time. So then I finished cleaning and I showed the aftermath, but I showed it. I explained, like, you know, why does this happen? This is what happens. This is what it looks like. And this is how I fix it. I know I've talked about that before on, I think, a different tribe talk about, you know, solve their problems. What is a problem? Okay, my problem is I have a nasty tub ring. It's gross. How are we going to solve that? Scentsy bathroom cleaner. Watch me. So that's kind of how you see that is, even if you're embarrassed about it, get out of your head, because there is hundreds of thousands of people that are the same, have the same issue, have the same grime, have the same dirt, have the same mess. That doesn't mean you're a nasty, gross, messy person. That just means you have life. You have other things to do than clean every dirt spot as it appears. Like, imagine how crazy somebody would have to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, you wouldn't have time to have a job, to have fun, to do anything if you were constantly doing this. So unless you are seriously cleaning from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, you got some gross spots in your house, you know, like, I should have recorded it. See, and here, and this is what I did. Underneath my kitchen sink, I went through and it was starting to get a little mess. So I got some, like, shelf things to organize underneath there. And when I pulled everything out, it was nasty. I thought about it like halfway through. I'm like, man, I should have did a before picture, but I just saw it and I was like, gross, I need to tackle this. Like, and I was just kind of in that clean mode set. And this is actually yesterday. So I'd already posted a whole bunch on my story and I was like, man, there's already a lot on my story. I'm just trying to tackle this and get this over with. I'm just going to get it done. But I totally should have at least taken a before and after picture. So even if you don't want to necessarily show that on a story live, like, snap that before picture, snap that after picture. You know, one of these days here soon, I want to clean out my fridge because my fridge, the shelves are starting to get kind of grody. So I'm going to, you know, empty that out and do either a before picture and after picture, or maybe like before picture, after picture, and like a scrubbing, like a small video, just showing like a spot or two, like how it cleans, because I totally understand it is so hard to record and clean at the same time. I've even thought about, honestly, just giving Annika my phone and be like, can you record me cleaning this? But then I'm like, you know, nobody wants to watch me scrub my tub for 5 minutes. So that 30 seconds showing, you know, a quick spot and how well it works, that suffices. So then I don't need to have that, like, you know, like, long things. But besides even just getting out of your comfort zone and trying new ways to share things, now also is a good time to shift into sort of system that, you know, you've been thinking about implementing. Now is the time to do it. New catalog, new business, like, do it, implement something new. Don't implement 10 new things. You're going to drive yourself batty. I promise you, I don't do it. I am queen of starting way too many projects at once. And I'm telling you, it does not do anything good for the heart and the stress. So I encourage you, don't do that. But implement one or two things in your business that's new. Maybe you don't send out happy mail. Start sending out happy mail. Maybe, even if it's something simple that takes just a stamp and an envelope, maybe you're just sending out send of the month flyers. Even if you don't get the send of the month subscription, you can order as of the 15th of every month, you can order the coming month, the brochures, which are $3. Snag those and send those out. Even if you don't, you can't afford getting the stickers. I think the stickers are only $3 for 72, but say you're super tight and you just want to get the brochures, like get the brochures, send those out if you're not doing happy mail, something like that. Maybe, try something new. Like I implemented this last catalog season. So this was a new thing for me last catalog. And now I'm going to take it over into this catalog. I just changed it up a little bit. I think I've shared this before. I do this wax cash. So I know I'm probably backwards. I don't know how this works, but it's blurry anyway. So this basically they're coupons. They're coupons that they can use. So I have a free counter clean with $75 purchase. And then below it, it says, limit one coupon per customer, not valid with any other coupon or promo. I've got a free fragrance flower with $75 purchase from my stockpile. So then I'm trying to move that stockpile. And again, some of us don't have stockpile. So you can create something like this that works for you. So if you don't have stock, do it all catalog stuff. Maybe it's just a free scent circle. Maybe it's, whatever works for you. Here I have $10 off with a 50 or more purchase for my stockpile. Extra $20 in free host credit with any party closing at 200 or more. How am I going to do that? That extra $20, I'm going to use the perpetual half off. Okay, so now I only have to pay $10 and I'm giving them a $20 gift for hosting a party where they might not have before. And then so all of those are limit one per customer, and I do this valid for the entire catalog season. So this is valid February 1st to July 31st. And I will mark down everybody that I've given these to. So I know, they only get one. You don't lose that way. That way they're not trying to redeem multiples. And then what I do is when they redeem it, I ask them to just make an X across it and send me a picture to confirm it. And that's how I cash in the coupon. So then I know if they only have one, if this isn't X'd out yet, I know they haven't used it. And then my big one on here is a free bonus filter and a half off of 3-pack or 6-pack of pods with purchase of the air purifier. And now that you do doing host rewards. So you put that purifier in, it's $250. You put that purifier in as its own party, you instantly unlock $25 in free product. Okay, so that's how I'm going to snag that air filter because I think the filters are $35. So I'm going to pay $10 to give them the free air filter. And then they get a half off and they can choose, which already the party gives them that half off. So then that's nothing out of my pocket. And they can choose whether 3 or 6-pack of pods. For granted, they could put anything in there for the half off if they wanted, a bar or warmer or whatever. But doing it like this is enticing. It's kind of telling them, not giving them so many choices. So it's easier to be like, yes, that's what I want. Now, if somebody asks me do I have to get the pods? I'll go into detail and be like, no, actually it's using party rewards. So you actually have a half off you can use on anything, but most of the time someone's not going to ask that. So things like this, implement something like this, even if it's maybe not something as broad as this, maybe it's just that air purifier thing and put that on a coupon and send those out. I'm trying to think of some other new things with business. This isn't new for me, but this is something obviously I didn't do from the start. And I've shared this. This is in the tribe's Google Drive. Scavenger hunt. This amazing woman, Christina Steinbrook, makes these every catalog season. And she is an absolute godsend because I've never seen an alternate version of this. Everybody uses this because it is just so crisp, so clean, and it's just she's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So basically this It's just a scavenger hunt that I include with every catalog. And it gets them digging through that catalog instead of a typical person's going to pick up a catalog and just kind of do one of these things. Okay, this makes them read. This makes them dig. I mean, there's questions on here like, which page has information about Scentsy Club? That means if they filled this out and they wrote down that page number, they looked at that Scentsy Club page. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to just see Scentsy Club and write down the page. Some might, but some are going to be like, oh, well, since I'm here, what the heck is this? And then they're going to start reading into those details. You know, like what's a new scent in the pet line? And that's like a tricky one because then they're going to actually have to go. See if I can flip to the pets. Not Ninja, apparently. Okay, so the pets, they're gonna have to go and actually, it doesn't say like, this is a new set, check it out. They're gonna actually have to look over here and see at the guidelines. I know this is really hard to read. You've got the dots that say returning fragrances and then the stars that say new fragrance. This little thing chart is on every page, you know, it's on the pods, it's on the cleaning, it's on the laundry, all of that. And it says like the star is new. So they're gonna have to actually read this and then look over here, which one are starred. Okay, so cherry blossom and mango has a star. So that's the new pet line. So this gets them to just kind of really dig in, dive in and read the catalog and actually acknowledge what they're looking at, not just flip through like it's, you know, the JCPenney's catalog when you're 12 and you're circling everything you want for Christmas. Do kids even do that anymore? And then she's amazing because also on hers, they have find the stickers. And the cool thing is there's a couple different versions of this. And I have I think 4 of her versions on the Tribe Drive. This one specifically, so okay, there's 2 versions of 2 versions. I know that's really weird to think about and say, but I'm gonna explain that so you understand. So the 2 versions, like the staple versions or whatever, the top's up here. This one says, fill out the sheet as you look through the catalog, then send me a picture of it completed and claim your prize. I literally have a sticker that I make that says, congratulations, thank you for filling out the scavenger hunt. Enjoy your prize. I slap it on a scent circle, I put it in an envelope, and I mail it to them. Everybody that fills this out. I don't check to make sure they're right. I mean, I look at it just to kind of see, like, if you were a person that actually did your homework or you just filled it out. But if they have something wrong, I'm not going to be like, oh, you don't get a circle. No, you took the effort to do this. I'm going to send you a circle because I stock up on them free all the time with my party rewards. So it's really no cost out of my pocket besides the stamp. So there's that. Then she has another one. So when you're picking these out of the drive, be wary of which one you're grabbing. Another one up top says something about scratch off your ticket. A lot of consultants do like these scratch off tickets, and it's something eventually I want to implement myself. I was going to do it this catalog. I just did not get the supplies for it. So I'll probably implement that. That'll probably be my new implement come fall. But it's basically just like a business card, and you get, I don't know if I have them on me. I don't. I found some at Target that I snagged. You can get them on Amazon, but they're literally just like 2-inch circles, and they have the scratchy dust. I know these are not technical names here, but the scratchy dust like a scratch off ticket would. And what you do is you'd print out business cards or have them made, and you can either handwrite or have it, you know, actually printed on it what their prize is. And then you slap this sticker over it. So then they, you know, have that fun little bit of having to scratch it off and see what their prize is. So those are the 2 that she has. So if you don't have, obviously, those scratchies, you know, do this. And the cool thing is to claim your prize. Yeah, I do scent circles, but you know what? You could do samples. You could do samples. Samples are always a prize. Everybody loves samples. And then, so those are the 2 versions of that. So be wary up here, right under scavenger hunt. Now, each one of those versions have 2 versions. And what that is right here, as you see, I know it's kind of hard to read, but these are all the new scent names. And like, you'll see the bar outline here, and it asks you to find the stickers and write the page numbers down that each sticker's on. So all of my catalogs, I go through and I put the 10 new fragrance stickers on them. in the same spot on every catalog. So this sticker is on page 14 of every catalog. So then they find it, they say, okay, I'm doing Daydream Oasis, that's on page 14, I'm gonna write that down. Now, if you don't have these stickers, or you were a day late and $1 short, like trying to order them right now, some of them are out of stock, you can still get any sticker that you want because her other version just has blanks. There's no names. So you don't have to use the new 10. You can get, say you have some of the new 10 from last spring, summer, you can, implement one of those. I mean, make sure it's a current scent, but you can implement any sticker because there's the blanks then too. So that's nice. So she's got those two versions of their two versions. Now I hope it makes a little more sense in the catalog. So this, if you're not doing something like this might be something new that you can implement in your business. Just keeping record, even say you're a person that doesn't keep very good record of things. Maybe try to find something that really needs that and implement it there. I'm not saying now all of a sudden tomorrow write down everything everywhere, what you spend, who buys what, but what element of your business needs a little more work? And that's where you need to find that system or, something to change that, kind of tweak it just a little bit. If something's working in your business, don't change it. Don't change it. Work on the areas that need the work and don't try to do them all at once. Start small. Okay, like I just said, a couple of these things that I've shown you have been previous catalogs, my new starts, and they've rolled over into more catalogs. And it's so easier to implement one or two things each catalog season and then just continue with it. And then the next catalog season, implement a couple more, and you're continuing with all that until you have this vastness of things that you're using that work, and say you do something new this catalog season and you feel like by the end of the season, you're like, why am I even doing this? It's not progressing anything. It's not helping me. It's not this, that, then remove it. Then remove it and find something else that might work, so that is, you're not going to know if something doesn't work if you don't give it the time. So I try to, anything I implement, I try to stick with it for that catalog. And if it doesn't work at the end of the catalog, that is when I tweak it, get rid of it, fix it, whatever you need to do, and then start anew in that new catalog. Easy. What are some new things you're doing this catalog?
I actually am trying to, I'm not trying to stick to one, too. I was trying to figure out how to implement some kind of reward or system or something to kind of interact more with the customers besides, oh, thanks for your order, here you go. And then two, I am still improving on my customer binder itself because it is a notebook. And I am slowly getting a few new customers this month. And I'm trying to keep better track of their orders. So it's not just like, oh yeah, because like a lot of it was like, I knew Pooh Bear. I remembered it was a wax special. It was, so it was kind of hazard. So I'm just trying to more pin in on that to not feel like it's just like,
oh, for sure. And then you've got something to reference then later on. One thing that I just recently, it wasn't beginning of the season, it was probably mid fall winter, is when people order from me or like jump in a bulk, like when I do my 10 bar specials, stuff like that, I have like that mental note or a note on my phone or a sticky note or whatever of their like 10 cents that they're ordering. And then when I write up their ticket, I just write 10 bar special, how much I'm charging them. And then I had a girl ask me, she goes, what were those scents I ordered last time you did the 10 bar special? I'm like,
That's something I
Like,
definitely want
and
to
I told
improve
her
with.
honestly, I said, honestly, I was like, I don't keep very good record of like each individual when I do a bulk like that. I was like, I just have you written down. I can see when you get that 10 bar special, but I don't have them like actually individually wrote down. And I was like, I could scroll back on our messages and find it, but now we're talking like 6-7 months ago. So that's some scrolling. So I'm going to start actually breaking that down and writing them all down individually. So I can kind of look back at that and actually
Yeah, I don't want to sit there and print out orders, because I mean, a lot of my orders are coming in personally. Some I'm reordering, a few of them are some stock that I have on hand. But I want to turn some of my stock around into, like you were saying, rewards, because a lot of it is still my fall winter rollover stuff that I had from the vendor event and stuff, and some that I just have too much of my own stock because I love it. So I was like, I could share the love still. But yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of those order sheets from the original kit that I got, and I was thinking maybe just start using those for every individual order, because a lot of it I'm just like, write it down, or I just go on my phone, place their order, and get it sent out. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that one was theirs. And it's gone. And I'm like, okay, they had the oils. Okay, that one specifically wants waxes. I have somebody who only wants body washes. So for me, I'm just like, body wash, oil only. Oh, I have one person that only wants the Winnie the Pooh stuff. So I'm like, slowly losing track of like everybody else in between. So I'm trying to pin everything like a little, I'm gonna say hello, a little easier. My Spider-Man here. So yeah, that's what we're working on. Fixing my customer binder, and definitely some kind of better reward system, because in the beginning I was sending out scent circles to everybody who first ordered from me, and I mean, it was cool. Then I was like, all right, here's a little reward, thank you, for actually supporting me while I'm trying to kick off. But now I'm like, okay, they really haven't reordered, and I just gave them a bunch of free stuff. I don't want to send them a bunch of stuff more. That's why I actually made 20 packs of Bring Back My Bars, and I was gonna send them to everybody. But then a lot of them were just really far away, and they actually hadn't ordered from me in a couple of months. So I decided not to. And I've been giving them out to more local people as I'm talking to people about it, instead of sending them out and wasting the postage. I was like, no, you know what? I'll find local people for them. Because I was like, obviously they're clearly not interested in it right now. Maybe I'll hit them back up come new season. But I was like, that's a lot of postage for those really big, hefty envelopes of all those samples.
Oh, for sure. And exactly. And that's the thing. Yeah, like I try to keep it really basic with orders. I, send them a thank you. I always do a scent circle. That's just one thing that I'll always do, is when you get an order, I'll send a thank you, or I send a thank you with a scent circle. If it is a big order, like over 50, I might do a bar instead, or, maybe if it's over 100, I might do a bar, like something like that. Especially because like I'm drowning in wax, because I love a bunch of wax, and then I realize I don't actually use as much wax as I buy. So
a curiosity for you. So besides just kind of giving them away and like mystery bags, I still have some of the last Bring Back My Bars, because I had a whole order fall through. So I think I have like an order and a half of them. How can I advertise to get rid of those? Because I mean, like, I know other consultants were like looking for some, I saw them today. They're looking for watermelon scents for an old customer and an old warmer of the month. And I actually had them on hand, but I was like, I feel really weird. I mean, there's so many other people. We have them. I was like, there's got to be some other way to help get stuff out.
Unfortunately, we can't post that we have them. Now, if you have people that you think, are like interested in something like that, you can message them, be like, hey, I got a couple of these bars on hand and they made me think of you. I was just curious, would you like these? Either sell them at retail, or be like, I'll even give you a deal on them. I'll give them to you for $5 a bar, or something like that. But again, that's personal special. So it has to be in one-on-one. So the only way you can necessarily publicly get rid of those are doing mystery bags, unfortunately. That's a big thing that I do a lot, is I do the mystery bags, because then I can throw whatever I have an abundance of, or I'll usually go through what is my oldest to get rid of that. And sometimes like my clubs, like I have scents in my clubs that, I don't want to be without forever and ever. But then if I'm, a bunch of new collections are coming out, I'm not using that stuff as often. So then I get an abundance of those. And I'm like, I don't want to take it out of my club because I don't want to lose it. But I also have too much. So then, I'll put those in like mystery bags and stuff like that. But sometimes, especially with a smaller customer base, mystery bags are really hard to do. I'm not saying don't do them, but don't get discouraged if you only sell one or two. It's still one or
I was thinking about mystery bags for Valentine's Day coming up, because I know a lot of people haven't really kicked into, okay, I don't really want to buy a big wax set for Valentine's Day and this and that, but I was like, maybe like I just got the oils. Like I am OCD with buying the oil sets. Oh, and there goes my chair.
The Valentine oil set is.
And I was thinking maybe like mystery bags, but at the same time, I feel really weird giving them like holiday stuff for Valentine's Day. I'm like,
So that would be something I would stick away from like the holiday, but maybe use some of like those bring back my bars, or use some, I feel that like I'm the same way. So like,
I love the scent, but I don't know how somebody else would appreciate getting like harvest blessings for Valentine's Day. So
I feel you on that one. I'm the same way completely. So usually right after Christmas, because I know we're, about to transition or whatever, I'll do mystery bags, and that's when I give away like my harvesty stuff. Like even if it's after Christmas, I don't even care, because it's that awkward time of year that's like, really, what season is it? So
has multiple Christmases,
exactly. So I'll do the mystery bags, and then that's when I'll give that away, and like any Christmas overstock. Now, if I have extra of that, I'll leave it in my stock. If somebody asks about it, cool, I have it. Otherwise, what I'll do is right before like Christmas again, I'll run mystery bags, and I'll use those from the past year instead of newer stuff. So it's not necessarily bad. But the cool thing is though, those scents might return. So then worst comes to worst too, you have stuff to make samples, and you don't have to order stuff to make samples because you have it. So like
I also saw your what was it, the travel bag you made? Like I made 2 travel kits with the testers, but I was thinking maybe those scents would be okay to be like even other products scent may vary, but here is the product if you'd like to try it.
For sure. In my travel bags, or my borrow bags, or whatever you want to call them, some travel totes, travel bag, whatever. I always include a wax bar, and I tell them this is yours to keep. Like it doesn't matter, even if they don't hit 200 in rewards, this is yours to keep, because I want you to have a full bar. So like say they've never bought Scentsy before, they know like size comparison, how big our bars are. They know, they get to actually feel how soft it is to break, and then they actually get to experience that scent. So that wouldn't be a bad thing either, because they don't really care if it's going to be off season.
I have a lot of people that like regular off-brand waxes, and I'm like, I guess stuff you can try.
I know. It gives me anxiety when I go to Walmart and I see people smelling. I just want to approach them and be like, I have something that's not toxic and won't burn your kids.
I was secretly I was at Walmart and I had some business cards, and I was going to shove them randomly in between different waxes.
See, I'm always afraid of that, because if a Walmart like manager,
they see it and they pull them, they can call you because your permission.
Literally, like I've thought about it. I'm like, oh, who's gonna know? And I'm like, wait, everybody, because my contact information.
I was thinking the same thing. That's pretty cool. Yep. I was thinking the same thing, or like at the dollar store, just stick a couple in theirs.
100%.
Mystery surprise for you. Contact me. Check out my wax.
I didn't even know the dollar store sold wax melts. I was like, I can only imagine how gross these are.
But yeah, no, that's definitely one thing I want to. I've tried to do grab bags just personally this past year. It hasn't turned out for me. So I want to try to do some sort of reward. Hey, if you like you were doing, if you get this, I'll send you something, I'll give you 10% off, or I'm not really sure I'm ready to do like a percentage off unless I've got a hostess party going, and I'm
Well, right, because then
lacking
you're
with
gonna,
hosts right now. Yeah.
because you're gonna have to make sure then you can cover that for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. And that's why I say,
That's so I was
you
like,
know,
I've got stock. I could turn around and be like, you get one free bar, you get a free scent circle,
Yeah,
or a free
you're gonna-
room spray. So I've got stuff like that on hand.
and you can even make it of choice. So then you could send them a list of what you have and let them pick one out. So then they
That's something
really
else
know.
that's my to-do list, at least by the end of February. That's like my end of February goal, to do a small inventory.
I know I have an inventory, so I have like a Google form where you can, you know, go, I can send you a Google form and you can like select everything, and then I get notified when you submit it, and then I can go through and see everything you selected and I'll put it down. But I'm so praying nobody asks me for it, because with Christmas and just everything else and like pulling things out of my stock to make bundles, I have yet to update it because I kind of fell off and forgot to take things out. And then I was getting orders in, and like I had a pile over here that like needed to be inventoried. And I'm like, I just need to get this out of my way. So I slapped my stickers on it and I put it all in my stock. And
I put my stock in with my inventory, so it's all smashed. And I got like the princess bars I just threw over there. So I'm like, wait, what was mine and what did I not want to get rid of? Like princess bars, I'm not getting rid of those. I love those. I got 2 sets, mine.
so I have my drawer of like my scents. So those are scents that I will not sell, and those are mine and mine alone. And then I have some that like if I get like an abundance and I like just kind of need to filter them out, I'll just throw them in my stash. But other than that, like if I want something, like I'll shop right out of my stash. So like all of my body wash, I don't have a personal backup body wash. Like, you know, like if you go to like, you know, say you're buying still store brand body wash, as you're getting like halfway, you might go to the store and buy another one. I just wait till I run out and then I pull it from my stock. I shop my own store. Like, so I don't have an abundance in my personal pile, so to say. So like if you all of a sudden you're like, hey, I need to buy a body wash, and well, you end up taking me out of body wash, well then I'm SOL, I'm gonna have to order more body wash for myself. But that's okay, because I'd rather cycle that than, you know, sit on it. So
that's what my problem, I think, like I still have the scent of the season wax, that 5-pack, the wassail, whatever. I couldn't stand the smell of them, so I couldn't sample them, and now they're just sitting on the shelf because I'm like, I don't know what to do with those now. Yeah, they're sitting back there. I have oils, like I bought a bunch of the tester oils, and I love oil because I have oil warmer, diffuser warmer, kind of all over the place. I have a diffuser right by the front door now, and I'm using them, and I'm like, I love to share them so you guys can smell it, but they're mine. You can't.
did you see, I think Erin shared it on our tribe, the oil sample jars are on sale for like $6 and they were 30.
Yeah, my oil.
It's literally, they're literally like, they're so tiny. I think they're like 1 milliliter. So even if your sample ones are 5 milliliters, you're only giving them a fifth of that.
I know. There's like those little test strip things you could do too. They're like,
Now with oils, I don't sample oils a whole lot. Unless I'm asked specifically, like, do you have this scent for me to check out? And then I'll be like, yeah. And if they're not, you know, if they're local, I'll throw it in.
yeah,
like,
because the oils are a lot different from the waxes. So
right. No, for sure.
that's
sure.
what I try to
A
let
lot of
people know. The oils are different. They're still natural. Because I have someone who makes, I think I've talked about her before. She makes homemade products and she's looking for oils to mix in with her soaps and stuff. So I was like, they are natural as far as I'm aware. They're non-toxic and safe. So I haven't actually looked at the details.
So the thing is, we cannot advertise that they can be used like topically. They're just fragrance only. I'm going to totally drop this company under the bus, and whoever's watching on YouTube, if they get offended, go ahead and comment. I don't care. Young Living, there is this huge, I think it's on Netflix. It's called Unwell. There's an entire episode documentary of Young Living. And now they advertise, they're big on their oils, like how we're big for our waxes. Their like staple is their oils, and they use it as like us, aromatherapy. And then they also use it like topically, like, oh, just rub some of this oil here or here and it cures alopecia, whatever. But some oils, even if they are derived from natural ingredients, which basically means, it's something that grows naturally, does not mean it agrees with your skin. So there was this girl on that episode. She had signed up as a consultant, and I think you'd have to watch it, but I don't know if she had something prior going on with her skin or not, but she was using the oil. I don't know if it was to cure whatever was going on her skin or it caused something on her skin. And then her upline basically is like, oh, well, that's okay. Then all you have to do is use this oil and this oil as well, and it'll cure that all right up. And it got to the point where it looked like she was burned, like burnt. All oils are not topical. So the fact that like places like Young Living and things like that advertise essential oils to put on your skin, that is not safe. And actually the FDA, that is not FDA approved. Like Young Living does not have an FDA like regulation saying that they can say that. But we live in wonderful America, so it doesn't always have to be FDA approved to be able to sell it.
Yeah.
And like even Young Living advertises some of their oils as like ingestible. And like that scares
me. I know that's something new I want to share this year is more of the oils, because when we have the diffuser sale going on, nobody really, they're like, okay, cool. Yeah, I like oils, but we have the humidifier and this and that already going. And we do have wax. And I was like, but oils are different scents entirely. So it's something new.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to start sharing this year.
And that was something when I first got into Scentsy too. I did not have a diffuser until probably almost a year in. And I finally dove in and I bought a diffuser and I was like, oh, maybe I do like this. Because at first I was like, why do I need a diffuser? I have these wax melts. Like, I don't need this.
Agreed. I was turned off by a lot of the oils, but now the farther I'm into them, I'm like, you know what? That actually isn't so bad across the whole house. And it helps when you least think it will.
And when you smell an oil in the bottle versus diluting it with that water in the diffuser, it is so different. So when you're smelling that oil, you need to imagine it like mellowed. It is so concentrated when you smell it. And yeah, that was me too. It's like these oils are so strong. And I'm like, oh. And then finally I was like, know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. And I literally
about 6-7 months in, I got one with a Host Rewards.
That's what I did.
Like, why not? I got it completely free. So I'm glad I took that chance because I was not going to.
Ooh. That was the same here. Is I ended up having enough Host Rewards, so I was like, okay. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a diffuser just so I can advertise it. That was my theory, is just so I can advertise it. And I did a video on me filling it up and putting oil in it, and then like afterwards, I was just kind of sitting there. I'm like, damn, this smells nice. Like, I like this. And then that's when I really started dabbling with different oils. And now I have 3 diffusers throughout my house. So, and probably soon to be more.
That's definitely, I think, on the reaching out new. Oils is definitely more of a new branch I'd love to advertise more this year. Besides maybe some more on the cleaning products. Because I think a lot of people, even now, like I said, with almost salt coming in my house. So that'd be really good for all purpose.
Yep.
I'm gonna start
show that grind. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Show it, because you're not the only one that's got salt going in your house. You know, my mud room.
Working a part-time job, just pure chaos. It happens.
And you can share that as well along with it to like, if it helps you justify sharing like the dirty parts of your life, then justify it by explaining like, I do this, this, and this. Like, I don't have time to do this. So this gets crazy. But thank goodness for Scentsy, because it makes cleaning it so easy, and stuff like that. Like, you're not alone with that. We just somehow feel like we need to keep that stuff separate. Like, Better Homes and Gardens has put an image out for what our houses should look like. And everybody that doesn't look magazine perfect is afraid to share it. But the thing is, like 5% of the world has a house that is magazine perfect.
Right. Like I'm so backed up on laundry since I started a new job last night, because I physically take care of somebody and move his entire body for 4 hours a day. first thing in the morning, and I'm up at 5 a.m. getting the kids off to school, and then I leave right away, go move his body, come back at 1. I'm barely making it time to pick up the kids, and I'm coming home. Then I'm like, okay, got to try to clean, try to do deodorant.
And at that point, you just want to sit down and be like, can I just disappear?
Right. So like I'm behind, my house is dirty. And I think that's what makes me so self-conscious with my posts is definitely it's built up over the last week and a half. So I'm like, this is too much. Like, I get it, but I've already got people looking at me weird. Like, I'm not a popular person. I don't know a lot of people. I was always bullied. So like the small outreach I have, I feel like sharing any inside of my house, inside of my life is just like, oh, see, I knew she wasn't going to be any better than that. Look at how her life has come up. Like it's a huge fear because I didn't have a great life. I was, personal here, but I grew up in shelters and tents and hotels. So having a house is like great to me, but I'm still like, oh my gosh, I have to get on top of organizing. So it's a lot. Definitely reaching out and being like, okay, guys, this is part of my life. I do bring this into my life.
Right. And that's the thing is like, step out of your comfort zone. Don't nosedive out of it. Like you don't need to go on live. I'm not telling you to go on your story and give me a grand tour of your house right now, how it looks. Like, no. Start with the dishes. Start with the dishes. Show me like, oh my God. So I've been doing this, and this all week. I have so neglected my dishes. Who's with me? Who's been here? Like, but thank goodness for Scentsy, whatever scent I'm using, this makes it just so relaxing just to do dishes and get it done after it's been neglected. Things like that, those small steps. And then like in different areas, and you don't have to do it all in one day, so then like 2 days later, you clean the salt, off your floor and you're going to show you putting all purpose in your mop, things like that, like just those small steps that do it. I mean, I'm even a weirdo person that you'll notice when I do like my laundry, I make sure all of my underwear is tucked underneath. I literally organize my
Doctor office strips, hide them under the pants.
literally. So it's just like, and it's like, why? Like, it's not like they're like grungy.
Everybody has them, but it's still like, no.
I know. And it's like I said, it's not like they're like grungy, dirty, but it's like, I can't show my underwear on live. I feel weird. Like, I don't want them to know what I'm wearing there. So like I hide it. And I mean, stuff like that, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like that, I'm not telling you like, hey, put your dirty drawers all on top. Like, no, but things like that. So like, but I'm still like showing like, hey, look, I got a crap laundry, whatever. And just share those things, share the dishes. Yeah,
I definitely think I try to spend too much time catching up when I do have small times after my new job now that I'm like, okay, oh crap, I could have posted that. Like,
yep.
I completely cleaned out my bathroom Sunday because we were supposed to have painters coming to strip the wall. And I was like, okay, I used Scentsy bleach. I had Scentsy warmers going, or not Scentsy bleach, Scentsy bathroom cleaner. And then I had warmers going in, like I had like all kinds of stuff going. I used the purpose cleaner on the floor, and I was like, I could have used all of that. God damn it. I was upset myself. I was like, I did a lot of cleaning, just a lot of Scentsy Fresh up and down the halls and the stairs, and just nothing. I forgot everything. Changed all my waxes. Nothing.
I do that a lot. Yep. That's like yesterday when I did a whole bunch of cleaning stuff. Like I said, I didn't post anything. I didn't do a before after picture underneath the sink. I totally should have. Not Scentsy related. I mean, but I could have shared it as well, just because, like I say, I share other things outside of Scentsy. But I like reorganized like our entire like medicine area and like our first aid area. I had them in just like totes. And then the other day, Buckley was outside and he messed with something and he cut his paw. Not bad, but I don't know if you saw my post or my story of him in the cone. He cut his pad just a little bit. Nothing terrible, but he's a dog that he'll lick it and lick it and lick it until it gets worse. So I took some gauze and like bandaged it up, whatever. But I realized when I was looking for the bandages, so I have them in just like plastic Rubbermaid totes, and then I have like the lids just sitting underneath because they're so full that I can't actually close them. And then I have one like this and then one in front. And I realized all of my first aid stuff is in the back, because most of the time if we use anything, it's the medicine. It's, the ibuprofen, it's the, the Dayquil, the NyQuil,
Yeah,
the
for me,
stuff
it's
like that.
Band-Aids, but
That's the
yeah.
front. But then as I'm like scrambling, because like poor Buckley and Dean are in the mudroom as he's like bleeding his paw, and I'm like, I can't get to any of the first aid. And I'm like, why is this in the back? I'm like, this is the stuff you need, like this. Why is it in the back? So I got these like rotating spice shelves.
Okay.
And it's like a 2-tier thing. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, I have all of our spices, and I've got like a Lazy Susan cupboard. I was like, so I don't need that, because all my spices are on a rotating thing in the Lazy Susan. Like, so I don't really have any use for this. So they've kind of been just sitting around. Dean's mom gave them to us, and I was like, yeah, we can use them. And I'm like, actually, I don't know what I'm going to use them for by the time I got home. And they've been sitting there for like 6 months. And then finally, after Buckley's incident, I was like, I need to reorganize this. So now they're on 2 different shelves, and I have first aid all on one and medicine all on another. And it's beautiful.
There we go.
And like even things like that, totally unsensy related. But after I was done, I was like, damn, I should have taken a picture of how messy this was to start, because I could have
After the
shared
fact,
this.
yeah.
So
So it's
like,
definitely, I think, something that's
You just get-
everybody's
you
comfort
just
zone.
get into
Gotta
the
step
zone,
out
and
a
then
little.
it goes blue.
Definitely on this new year, new trip. I know I tried to make can't really see it because I've been rearranging again. Flipped my entire living room, but I brought my old little calendar board out and I tried to write
Nice.
like every day that I'm gonna post something. Yeah, it only worked for like 3 days, and then I'm like, I did use the product, I just never took the post. So it's definitely a new battle, and then come the new stuff, I've gotta figure out how I want to approach that, like highlight the new items, or do I still keep highlighting some of the stuff we already have with the new
Put
stuff?
like bags. Put like bags over all of your products that says post it. So then you gotta take it off and remember to post it.
All right, hold on, where's my phone, guys? Can't clean you until I know where my phone is.
But no, I feel that, and that's just something that
Now you get on your phone, start scrolling on Facebook, see something else. Oh yeah, I was supposed to post.
yeah, literally story of my life, right? For sure. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap that up with, just basically new catalog, try some new things, new products, new systems, just new ways of thinking, new anything. Find something new for yourself. What?
Out of the box.
Yes.
Out of the box.
Get out of your box. Get out of your box. Get out of your comfort zone. Even if it's just that big toe, get it out of that comfort zone. Like I said, you don't have to nosedive out of there, but take that little step, because if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're never gonna grow. That's the thing. Is like, now if you would have, like, I refer to this all the time, like, so many of you guys, you look up to me, I like try to help coach you. I try to help give you all these assistants. Now, if you guys would have asked me to do this 10 days in, a month in, I'm like, you out your damn mind. I'm not going on Zoom. I'm not talking about nothing. I was the type of person, instead of just taking bullet notes to talk about, I would like write everything down like a script, like I was going to have a speech. Like, and then I realized I'm just doing this the whole time and just reading and not actually looking or anything. And I'm like, I gotta not do that. Like, I gotta, so it started with small things. It started with just dabbling my toes a little bit onto making videos. The first couple of things that I did to share with the first couple of teammates I had was I would just like one-on-one make videos. So like if you asked me something, I would make a video and record it, and like I would share it to you on our Facebook Messenger. And then it grew into, we had the team page, and I wouldn't always go live, but I would record it, because I was a person, I'm like, I need to make sure this sounds okay. And there's so much time was wasted re-recording things because I felt so scared to do it. And finally one day something in me was like, just freaking post it. Just freaking post it. And then eventually it got to just go live. Who cares? Like, you don't got time for this, Desiree. You're doing too much. Just go live. Who cares? No one's perfect. Get over it. And those are my slow steps out of my comfort zone to where I like, do I still get nervous doing this? Like, it's just you on here, but do I still get kind of worked up before I come live? You know what I mean? I still do. I still get nervous, but the thing is, like, I've stepped so far out of my comfort zone so many times that it becomes easier to get out of that comfort zone. You're always going to have that comfort zone. You're never going to have, you know, yes, your comfort zone grows a little bit, but you're always going to have that line, that comfort zone, but it gets so much easier to step out of it the more you're used to stepping out of it. But if you don't put that toe out, you're never going to know what it's like outside that box.
I think for me, that also just relates with even talking to you guys. Like, we're taking all this trip together, and I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna be like 5 people I don't know. And I'm just like this weird person. I mean, you see me during the videos, I'm like, ooh, 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 like I do things like that. And I'm like, oh God, did I just do that? Everyone saw that. And this is on a video. It's gonna be out there now. Like, but I'm like, if I don't, how am I going to learn? I can't like just stay in this bubble. Because like even the last week, because like I said, I've been struggling with hosts. I've been struggling with everything this month. I'm just kind of starting to get in that funk. So I'm waiting for the new launch. I think our trip will be nice. It'll just look at you revamp, go over stuff. I know we're gonna have fun times, but I know we're also gonna hit on other stuff. So I think that'll be just a nice break away from it. Be like, okay, restart this script. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it for sure. No, exactly.
I think everybody just, you know, whoever watches this, everybody's got to find their own little hole to poke out. But like,
yep,
that's the one I want to try.
Find a side,
but that's got to be my thing.
For sure, for sure. All right, I'm gonna step off of here and stop recording, and I will see you later. Have fun, get your systems in place. Don't stress out too much, don't work too hard, and try something new. Try something new. Stick that toe out. Okay, bye.